Hi guys, and welcome to Angling For You Back to Basics, and we're in Fishing Tackle Bait in Doncaster, and we're going to have a look at elastics today. We're not going to go through absolutely every elastic that exists and what size they are. We'll do that in another video, but today we're going to talk about solids, hybrids and hollow elastics. What's the three differences, why do we use them? So I'm going to just use random examples that are on. There is hundreds of different elastics out there, all to your different types. We're going to get a solid elastic today. We're going to get a hollow elastic from off this one, and we're going to grab a hybrid elastic from this one. So we've got three different brands here. So firstly, we're going to start with what everybody used to use, and that is a solid elastic. Now this one is just a MIDI one. You can use all suppliers have a version of solid. So this one's an 8 to 10. So it's a medium-sized, medium to light-sized elastic. What's the differences? So we don't know if we're going to have to pick this up on camera, but on the end of that elastic, if we can see it, just to the side of my hand, that is completely solid, which means there is no holes, no nothing. It's a solid piece of elastic, just like your elastic band would be, and a solid piece of latex. Now basically that means strength. It's not going to stretch as far. It's power, what they call powers up. So when you're pulling it out of your puller kit, which we'll talk about in another video, it powers up and makes it stronger, less stretch for the fish to pull. That's what a solid elastic is like. Now before hollows and everything used to exist, even puller kits, everything was solid elastic, which meant you just had to hold your pole up in the air and wait effectively for the fish to tire out. We don't use it as much because of puller kits and the advantages of hollow, which we're going to go on to now. So we'll put the solid down there. I use solid light elastics in the winter quite a lot, for silverfish, like a size 3, 4, something like that, and I've landed carp up to 6-7 pound in the winter on them. Obviously they don't go as much, but you know, it's still stretched. There's still stretches in elastic, but obviously it powers up a little bit more. So going to a hollow elastic, this is just a matrix core hollow elastic, and this is a 6 to 8, so again it's quite a light elastic. The difference is with a hollow elastic, if we can find the opening to this, the difference is on the ends of it. Going to be very difficult to see this on camera with such a light elastic, but on the end of it, don't think we're going to be able to see this, but there is a hollow opening. It means that there's basically a hollow tube of nothingness straight through the middle of the elastic, and what that does is less on strength but more on stretch. So when you're fishing a lot of these venues and you're hooking fish, shallow fishing, or you want them to run a little bit more, it absorbs, takes a little bit of pain off your pole, and allows the fish to swim. And now depending on what hollow you get, you can go up the range and obviously it gets stronger. But the advantage is when you've got a puller kit, you can strip that down, it'll compress the center part of it, which will power up, of the word again, and allow you to play that fish and give more power depending on obviously what elastic you've got. So that is hollow elastics, and majority of fishing now from when puller kits were invented up until recently were hollow elastics. Nearly everybody used hollow. Now we've got hybrid elastics, and as you would imagine, hybrid is a hybridization of a hollow and a solid. And this one is a New Fish one, a New Fish Zip it's called, this one, and it's quite a popular one. And effectively this does best of both worlds. It allows the fish to run in the softness, but it also powers up quicker than a hollow would, which means you don't need to strip it as much. It's smoother, and you can get hold of the fish and tighten it up quicker than you could do with a hollow elastic. So they are really clever bits of thing. It's not that hollows are, you know, you can still use hollows. The majority of mine Reactor Core hollow and works fantastic for me. It's got a bit of hybrid layering in mine, so they are leaning more towards a hybrid than they are a solid or a hollow. So hybrids can be fantastic for that. You know, it just gives you super stretch, durability and strength. It's a lovely balance of all. There are other types where Daiwa have their elastic where they have a gel through the middle, and again that's just a hollow elastic leaning towards slightly to an hybrid, where it just self-lubricates itself inside, gives nice stretch and powers up nicely. So there is a lot of different choices. You will not go wrong if you get a hollow or a hybrid through summer, and then maybe look at a solid in the winter. If you've got a strong margin pole and you really have got heavy lumps and a lot of tangles near you, then maybe think about putting a thick solid elastic in, and that'll give you the strength that you need. But do remember, when you do that, you need to beef up your line and beef up your hooks, because you can flatten and straighten your hooks if you're not got strong enough hooks when you're using bigger elastics. And also think that the strain that's going to put on your pole, make sure it can handle up to that elastic, because most 30 poles are rated 30 with hollow elastic because of the stretch. So you know, do think about that. It'll be an awful lot of strain when you put it on your pole. So if you're going to 30 hollow, that's probably around an 18 to 20 solid. So do think about that if you are going to go for the old solid, or tow rope as it's called in the trade. So hopefully this has given you a little bit of an insight into another Back to Basics video. Everything that we're going through simply we'll dive into in more detail on other videos, maybe when we're out in a bank, and explain those and pull kits and how to use those kind of things when we're out in a bank, and when we can do it when we've got a fish on. So thank you very much for watching, and hopefully these Back to Basics videos are helping you out. Go over to the main channel if you're wanting to look at different features and things like that, and reviews at Angling For You. If you want to join us on the Facebook Angling For You, or the Instagram at Angling For You, do so. And thank you very much. If you can like, share and subscribe, and until the next one, tight lines.